Venus in Capricorn. I don't have time for games. I'm not looking to date a little boy or a little girl. If you want to ride this ride, your status needs to be this high. So are you coming or what? Time is money. Hey everybody, it is your girl here, Genuinely Divine, coming at you today with a video all about Venus in Capricorn. Now, if you were born between December 23rd through January 20th, and you're like, oh my god, I am such a Capricorn, this is my video. This may not be the video for you. I'm gonna place a Venus placement link in the drop down box below so you guys can find out where your Venus was placed during your actual birth, okay? So if you already know that your Venus is in Capricorn, then continue to watch the video. What is Venus, you guys? Venus is all about our love style. It's all about those gifts that we have, you know, that beautiful singing voice that you have and everybody talks about. Well, Venus gave you that. It's also all about your style of loving people and how you receive love and how you give love, how you create art and how you express your love for the arts also. It also shines a light on how we receive our money in life and how we deal with our finances. Capricorn, what is Capricorn? Capricorn is the 10th zodiac sign ruling the 10th house. The house of career and status. It is the MC house. It is the midheaven in our birth chart. That is our stage persona. It's how we want the world to see us. So Capricorn people tend to be very career oriented, status conscious. You know, they really want to make an impression on the world and the people of the world. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is a slow moving old planet, very mature, all about time. This planet definitely provides a lot of restrictions for Capricorn people, and wherever it's placed in the chart, it definitely, you know, cause a little problem. Saturn is like the father of the zodiac. So Capricorns are usually the fathers and Cancers are usually the mothers. So, you know, they're polar opposite to one another. So when Venus falls into the sign of Capricorn in your birth chart, what to expect? Well, Venus and Capricorn people tend to have a strong need for status in their relationships. They want to be with someone of high status. They usually date and marry people like bosses, or they're gonna have extreme high status in some type of way. Saturn governs time, so people with this placement, Venus and Capricorn people, they tend to take their time in relationships. They tend to take their time when they're actually falling for a partner or picking out a partner. They usually want to take their time and just really pay attention to this person, how you deal with your money. You know, they're gonna watch everything that the person that they're interested in is doing, how they handle their finances, you know, how do they live, you know, where do they work, you know, what is their credit score. This is going to be very important to Venus and Capricorn people because they need to know what they're getting themselves into, because they love structure in their life. This is an earth sign, so stability is going to be very important to them when it comes to love relationships. Venus and Capricorn people tend to really take their time before they actually, you know, get married. They want to make sure they have their career in place, that they have everything in line so that they can actually be a wonderful partner in a relationship. Now, if Venus is damaged in your birth chart, then it can be the total opposite, you know. But right now, if there's really good aspects to your Venus in your chart and it's placed very well in your chart, then these people tend to really take their time to start any type of relationships. Venus and Capricorn people are not huge on expressing emotions in relationships. They feel like that should be done in private, you know, because they're status conscious. So they're not going to be out being some whiny, wimpy person in front of people. You know, they do cry, they do have a heart, they do have blood pumping through their veins like all the other human beings. So they do have emotions. They just don't express them like a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces would, because of the simple fact they don't feel like everyone should be able to see what you're feeling. They should see the stronger version of you. So Venus and Capricorn people tend to demonstrate structure and stability for the ones that they love. Saturn brings restrictions wherever it is placed in our birth charts. So Venus and Capricorn people may restrict themselves from having a serious relationship or marriage early on in their life. Sometimes they may wait until midlife before they actually get married or something, because they want to be able to give their all in a relationship. And sometimes they can't do that because they are so focused on career and building status. So they may restrict themselves from relationships or serious relationships. Venus and Capricorn people can be the type of people, they can have a sexual relationship with someone without attaching emotions. So they may have a friend that they just hang out with, but no strings attached. Or they can just be really strict in a relationship where they're just too serious, or they're just too, you know, structured in the relationship that people just run away from them. You know, it could be one or the other. It all depends on how it's placed in your personal birth chart. Saturn is also a very dry planet also. So sometimes Venus and Capricorn people can be a little bit dull in relationships, a tad bit boring in the relationship. So, you know, because they are not really focused on romance. They're more about status, and so a lot of times they don't give their all in a relationship, so they don't really have a lot of fun. You know, they don't have time for fun. They have time, they want, when they have spare time, they're thinking about new ways to improve their status, or, you know, their position at work. So they're usually working hard to improve, you know, their status. So a lot of times the person that they're in a relationship with, they be like, oh my God, this is boring, I'm leaving, I'm out. But once a Venus and Capricorn person falls in love, they're extremely loyal. They're so faithful. I mean, they're so dependable in relationships. They will never let their partner down. They're gonna always be there for their partners. These are good people to have in relationships. Anywhere Earth is placed is usually that stable ground, that stable foundation that they're gonna provide for the person that they love. So they're extremely great in relationships, and they can also be extremely kinky in relationships. In the tarot deck, Capricorn's card is the Devil's card. So they can be into that, you know, demonic or bondage type lovemaking. They can just be really kinky, and they can really start showing a lot of passion, especially in the bedroom. But of course your Mars will, you know, your Mars will show how passionate or how strong your love making is. But for just with this placement with Venus, they can be extremely kinky. Venus and Capricorn people overall can be a really good partner, but sometimes they're just a little bit too serious. So Venus and Capricorn people, please understand and realize when you are being a little bit too strict or restrictive in a relationship, and just try to pull back a little bit. Try to let your hair down and have a little bit of fun. The gifts of Venus and Capricorn people is their ambition, their drive, and their structure. Now when it comes to money, Venus and Capricorn people, they can be very good with money. They can be extremely good with money. You know, again, they love structure, you know, so they can definitely be the ones to put their money away. They can save, or they can really make their money do something for them. Again, Saturn governs time. Time is money for Capricorns. They don't like to waste their time, their money, or their energy. So yeah, again, you guys, if there are malefic aspects to your Venus and Capricorn in your birth chart, then yeah, it can be totally opposite. It can be totally opposite. But if there's benefic aspects going on in your chart, this is a very good placement for people who want to obtain a large savings account. So overall, Venus and Capricorn may not be the best placement for relationships as far as the romance part, but stability, yes. fun and just that adventurous thing. No, they don't have time for that. But yeah, so that is my take on Venus in Capricorn. Until the next time, you guys, I wish you so much love, peace, and so many wonderful, wonderful blessings. Bye.
Someone told me this ain't love. There's no way you get